It's the beginning of June and Fatsia spider's web continues its growth spurt with many new leaves on the way. The leaves from the hyacinths and narcissi are still present. The big foxglove has dropped some flowers, but there are plenty still left on the plant. I'm pleased to see this has come out with a white flower, and I hope that it will self-seed for future years. These are the plants I put in the ground a couple of weeks ago. Their growth was stunted from being in pots too long. There are only a few flowers, but they are full-sized. The fern's new fronds have unfurled into fresh green leaves. In the Cortin Still fence bed, I have 2 Hartstown ferns which were planted last autumn. I shaded one with the elephant, and the other I have left exposed. Witch hazel has another batch of new leaves. They look a bit pale, and I'm not sure if this is normal, so we'll have to keep an eye on them. The alliums are just starting to open, these also in the silver box. The flowers faded on Clematis Countess of Wessex, but one new flower appeared and there is a lively shoot right on top of the plant. Hopefully it will reach the fence soon. I haven't had much luck with sunflowers this year. I only have these 4 and one of them has stopped growing with just leaves and no stalk. These are what's left of a plant that I had underneath the ferns. I managed to save these little bits and I'm hoping they will start to grow again in a brighter area of the garden. This curious little ball is growing in the wild flower pot. I quite like it, but I don't remember planting it, and I don't know what it is. In these small pots, I have quaking grass and canary grass. I'm going to plant them by the pond. Maybe I'll do that this week. This year, I haven't done anything with the plants in front of the shed. There are some Nigella that have self-seeded from last year, and a cutting from the ornamental quince, which has been there since last year as well, and the shocking pink dianthus, which I've had for many years now. In the pond, the original plant that was chewed off has managed to grow back some, and the cat is loving the meadow grass, both for sitting in and for chewing. Some of the sea hollies are being eaten by slugs or snails, but this one is growing okay, so I decided to put it in the ground. This is Sea Holly Magical Silver. I'm going to squeeze it in between the cornice and the hydrangea. Lots of good looking roots here. This area I had previously added a lot of horticultural grit, and I had a blue sea holly here a couple of years ago, so I think this should be a good position for this plant. I dug in some fresh compost in the bottom of the hole and put some more compost around the side of the plant. I watered it and hoped that it would carry on surviving the slugs. A couple of weeks ago I made some last chance plantings. In the area between the pond and the ferns I'm going to try Calla, Aphiopica and a hosta, White Feather. Since the ground was recently rotivated, the soil was still loose and easy to dig. I made a big hole and mixed in some general purpose compost. These are the Calla tubers. This variety likes to be damp and in this area of the garden is often wet and is always the last to dry out. I gently covered them over, then put some larger clay lumps on top to deter the cats from digging. Next, the hosta. These have already started growing and at a 90-degree angle to its root. Well, it is a last chance plant. Now, do I plant the root going down with the shoot going sideways and hope it straightens itself, or do I plant the shoot vertical and the root sideways? I decided to try root downwards. While I'm planting these, I'm thinking this is going to be such a waste of time because everybody knows how much slugs and snails like hostas. So I only planted one of the 3 plants that I had. To try to protect it, I made a circle of the spiky leaves from the Mahonia. The next day, in the morning, I rushed out to see if it had survived, and it had. After a few days, it started to stand upright and now it even has some new growth. I decided to plant the other 2 plants nearby, but I didn't want to disturb this one, so it looks a bit odd at the moment. They're quite far apart. I brought some fragrant herbs, hoping they will help to keep the pests away from other plants. The Echinacea honeydew had also just been eaten, so I'm going to try it in the same pot. Echinacea milkshake is doing okay, lots of new growth there. I raked up the sparsely growing grass. I'm going to stand the pot on this tile. The garden slopes slightly, so I've used sand to level it, also hoping this will stop slugs from hiding under the tile. That looks level enough. I already had this lovely big terracotta pot, it just needs a quick clean. It should look nice by the pond and should have plenty of space for these 2 herbs. I have black peppermint and lemon verbena. I filled the pot with some general purpose compost and put in the little Echinacea honeydew in there. This is all that's left of it. Will it be able to recover?